Hey guys, welcome back to the Unreal Real Estate's Luxury Network. Today we are headed over to Los Angeles to look at a bridge house. California. We're looking at a unique bridge house here in Los Angeles, California. It's got a great design. It's shaped like a bridge. It's a historical landmark. It's got great things in it. Cool statues, very modern, very cool thing. I'm making 2 videos a day where I go through these houses. If you like them, give me a subscribe. Give me a couple things. Got a big old catalog. We're going to get right into it. Let's check it out.
The house questions and answers a suburban design. Forget about it being a modern home. One of the things I'm most proud of is that there's no such thing as a front yard, rear yard. The whole house is connected to yard. And the moment you come in, the gate opens up and voila, you have yard and house all together. That changed it all completely. So it's one of those things that I'm really proud of because
I really like how he's got greenery all about, like in the front yard, tons of it, and inside.
Instead of, coming up to the house, having a throwaway front yard, through this design I've recapitalized on that as being part of the experience of entering the home.
Got this big old kid or baby here. Very neat. Nice, cute little cuddly dog.
The property that we're at,
he's hiding his, looks like he's got like Mazda Miatas hiding in the garage here. Those are cool.
There was actually a house that existed here for years, and I lived across the street. I ended up befriending the caretaker, and I used to have a band, and I used to have her come see us play.
That's a good way to get a house, guys. Get in good with the old people. Befriend your old people. They're holding all the houses in America. You got to get in there. You got to, be friendly to them. They don't want to give it to their kids. Their kids are spoiled rotten. They want to give it to you because you're nice and you're kind to them and they don't know you and they didn't have to wipe your ass or nothing.
Years went on. She said, you know what? The lady that lives here, we're going to have to take her to hospice care. Are you interested in buying the property? Of course. What an amazing piece of land. The original idea was to take the house that was here, renovate it, and then maybe flip it, actually. Well, a company out of Canada, Quebec, contacted me, and it's a company called Bone Structure. And they make a system home, you would say. It's a kit of parts, but it's not a prefab home, and it's not a panel home. It's the structure only. So you get 90% recycled steel and pre-cut plywood sheathing, and that's it. The lot is 260 feet long. The house is 210 feet long, which is the length of 4 city buses. And it literally bridges over the brook, and it bridges nature.
It's pretty cool. I wonder what you didn't do anything under the bridge, or at least I don't think we're going to see anything there.
And so the idea is you start from one end, meander yourself all the way towards the back. In terms of design, there is a public to private as well. So everything in front of the brook is all the public side. Everything behind it is all the private side.
This seems to be maybe one of his designs. It looks like it's he's got a golden eyeball, and then he takes out one of his golden eyeballs, and puts it in his slingshot, like he's shooting his eye at you. It's pretty neat.
This process to build this was really grueling, really difficult. So it's about a 5,000 square foot build. Typically on a flat lot, it would take me about 18 months to get some.
Nice bathroom, very modern, very clean, looks good.
This build. This was really difficult because we had the brook in the middle. You have to build from the back.
I like this, the way he ran his carpets here. It's kind of look like it goes, and then it goes into the wall, and then flows here, and then into the wall, and then flows out. Very neat. Neat little style.
Back forward. You have to do things out of sequence. Typically, you could build the house and then go around it like a donut. Here, we had to go from back to front. This took 3 years to build. So design was probably, and permitting, about 6 months. And again, we almost didn't even get the permit, so it was really, really difficult.
Yeah, see that? Takes his eye out, sticks it in his slingshot. He's ready to shoot you with it. Interesting.
This house
kept everything very, overgrown and, kept the nature. Some people out there just mowing their grass, as soon as it gets another, half inch. This guy's like, let it grow. Let it grow.
It is an engineering marvel, okay? So it has every type of building foundation you can have. The bridge itself, the bridge span is 65 feet using 2 steel beams that are the same.
Ooh. Looks like there's some kind of fence here. To, what, not let animals in? From under the bridge? I don't know if I like that. I would have wanted to keep that open.
Aim is what is used for highways. The house itself is engineered, as I mentioned, out of all steel, 90% recycled steel. When you heard the construction on here, it sounded like a body shop because it was all air tools, like woo, 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 woo. No cutting. Reduction of waste is a big thing in construction, and we're very proud of that because if it's in CNC machining at the factory, all the fall off of the steel gets recycled again for the next beam. Amazing. All the wood sheathing, the same thing. Cut apart, reformulated into new plywood. No cutting. The only time
Waste not. He's got the right idea. This is great stuff.
we did cutting would be drywall and finishes. Otherwise, reduction of waste. The thought that came to me was experiential, okay? So I'll put it that way. So what I mentioned before about the entry, it starts with the gate. And it starts with the experience of sound even. And so the idea is the gate opens really slowly. The magic begins. So then you're welcomed in and you have the pavers that actually were a byproduct of this house. So as I mentioned, we work with like 75 different vendors. One of them is a company called Concrete Collaborative.
It would have been cool if he did like in his driveway, on the side of the highway if you're driving. I don't know if this is in every state, but it is in my state. Whereas if you're driving on the highway and like say you're nodding off or falling asleep or you stop paying attention, you go over, they put these little grooves in the side of the highway that wake you up. Like, I think there's a place out, it might be Pennsylvania, where you can actually go through the grooves and it does the Pledge of Allegiance or the Star Spangled Banner through your tires and the grooves as you drive it. That would have been a cool feature in here.
But the idea is that, going back to it, it's experience. You come in and you drive over and you walk over and you get a certain blub, 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 a certain kind of a sound. You continue through, there's the gravel. You walk that, you get the crunching sound. You start to hear the babbling of the brook. You start to hear the wind going through the trees. It's all these.
Ooh, this looks like a little tight over here. Wouldn't want to be stumbling around too drunk around the bridge house. You might fall down on the bottom of the bridge.
Experiences the layer. And as I mentioned, music is really important. If you had to put a soundtrack to it, you would have like the big drums, boom, 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 the big sound, and that's the amount of energy that's being pulled into the human. As you're taking it all in. It's.
You think you getting it? I don't know if he's showcasing that too well. I'll take him at his word.
Sensory kind of overload, nature, man-made, all of it coming together, almost like staccato. It changes your rhythm. You're slowing down as you're going into the private sector of the house. But the beauty of that is once you're at the other end and you're looking back, because of the angle and the spacing that we've crafted, you actually will get full privacy. You won't see your neighbor won't see you, and you have all the light you could ever want.
Yeah, it's very nice. They let the place overgrow, like That's what gives you your little oasis, your little your privacy, your own little piece of heaven.
Again, it's passive. The house is working for you. You're not working for the house. The big challenge of design, that came from within me was, how do you create so much variety and so much pull and interest in space within 20 feet by 10 feet for 210 feet, right? Without creating drama by, I'm gonna make this wall angled, I'm gonna put this, it's constraint and that's it. And it doesn't rely on the materials. It relies on the space making, the sun. So that's my favorite trend is, we guys asked about where the sun sets, sun rises. That's it. That's the trend that I go off of, the sun rising and setting, and that's the architecture is a vessel of light.
Very good. Lots of big windows right from the floor to the roof. That's great look.
It recently got a historic landmark plaque, which is unheard of for a modern home. And a modern home it's built in 2019.
Yeah, they don't give those out easily, those historic landmark plaques. I think you get a tax write-off for that, and I don't think they can ever destroy the building if you have a. I mean, I'm sure government overreach gets to the point where they could, but you're not. It's not gonna happen. They won't tear down your house. They'll take care of it. It's nice to see. That used to happen a lot back in the day. I mean, that's why we preserve many of our most luxurious houses throughout time.
Should add in a community that's almost against modernism. It's all about historic preservation, and yet we're getting one of these plaques from the historic preservation, which is to me just a testament to the fact that you can create timeless design that connects to the neighborhood without disrupting the neighborhood, and in a way gives back to the neighborhood. So
Yeah, well, you'd hope so. You'd hope they'd be given out like for architectural genius and different new designs. They should be giving out historical plaques. We got to protect people's homes here, you know? And the art, especially. I mean, we got a lot of cookie cutter houses out there, guys. If you do something special, you deserve historical status.
now we've defined Brookside, and this is the first kind of home that says that I'm here, I'm at Brookside, and this is Bridge House. I take ownership of this home in that regard, like that I am here as a steward of history, and to welcome people like you in, and I want to share the story. So I do that often. So it's not my home completely, right? It's always open in that sense, and so it takes a different place. And people ask me, like, how are you willing to do that? Because I signed up for that.
Got a pretty good guitar collection there. Looks like he's got the Lego Beatles up here. Which one? That's Ringo. That's Paul. That's Paul for sure. And that's George Harrison. And that's Lennon? Is this even a Beatle? Are these the Beatles? That's got to be Ringo, and that's got to be Paul, but did John Lennon have a chin like that? Look at his chin. I don't know. Maybe it's a different band and I'm just tripping. Maybe it's
Day one. And so it's a unique home, and it suits me now. Fluidity is
it's nice. Got your studio in there, make some art.
really important. And the one thing, I guess, adding to it is working with any client. When we do a home for them, what I try to really enforce and tell them is, they're going to have uncomfortable moments. We could design the best thing for you, but there's always something that requires some motion, some adjustment, because it's different.
Nice little string lights out here. Be a great romantic place. If you say it was an Airbnb, this be a great place to go for a weekend. Even better to live there.
We're not going to design what you had before. I consider myself quite lucky, very, very fortunate to be here and to be a steward for carrying this to the next generations.
Well, what do you guys think? That's going to do it. Send this to your grandma, who deserves historical status for her lovely home. Send this to somebody who likes to preserve things throughout time. Send this to the people that believe that we have a future ahead of us, that we can create beautiful things for the future as well. Somebody might need some hope. Send it to them. I make 2 videos a day. If you guys like my stuff, please watch it. I have a big old collection of videos just like this. If you give me a like and subscribe, it really helps, guys, and I really appreciate it. And that's going to do it for today. I will see you in the next one.